Hello and welcome to another Canguro English Daily Digest. My name is Christian and today is Tuesday, the best day of the week. I need to start by telling you a very quick joke. Why did the doctor lose his job? Because he didn't have any patience. Now, I'm telling you this joke for a very important reason. And this joke works because there's no difference in the pronunciation between patience, the virtue, and patients, the people in a hospital. Patience and patience. And the reason that there's no difference in pronunciation is because they come from exactly the same root. They come from the word pati, from Latin. Pati basically means suffering. Patience is the ability to endure suffering. But here's the thing. That's not a very good and complete definition of patience. Because think about this. Imagine that there are two people waiting for their friend to arrive. They're waiting to meet somebody. Now, one person is sitting there waiting, and they're calm and just waiting. Maybe they're reading a book, maybe they're on their phone, whatever. Now the other person is also waiting, but they're angry, they're frustrated, they're pacing up and down, talking to themselves. Damn it, where are they? Now, both of these people are waiting. Both of these people are enduring the suffering. But what's the difference? And this is the key difference between waiting and patience. The difference is when you experience negativity, right? A patient person can wait a much longer time before their feelings turn negative. An impatient person, they have to wait the same amount of time, but they turn negative sooner. So the difference between being patient and impatient is about mindset. It has no relation to the length of time. Now, I want to talk in more detail about patience because it's a really important part of learning a language. And there's lots of lessons that we can learn from various other social sciences like psychology that can tell us how to understand and control our patience. Now, last year I made a video about this paper, which shows that it takes about 30 years to reach peak fluency. 30 years. Now, you might expect that if I tell you it will take 30 years to reach fluency, right? You'll give up immediately. Go, oh my God, I'm going to be dead in 30 years. I don't have 30 years. I need to know English now, right? Maybe that's your initial feeling. But for a majority of people to know that it will take 30 years is really empowering. It makes you feel good about learning English. And let's ask why. So, first I want to talk about this. This paper is called Video Stream Quality Impacts Viewer Behavior, Inferring Causality Using Quasi-Experimental Designs. Okay, so what they did was they sat people in front of a computer and they played them videos, like YouTube videos, right? But what they did was they experimented with how long it took before the video started. So you click the button, the video buffers, okay, and then it starts. And they wanted to know how much patience people have to wait for the video to load. And listen to this, We show that viewers start to abandon a video if it takes more than 2 seconds to start. Welcome to 2019. 2 seconds, patience is finished. Okay, but that's not really very interesting on its own, right? Because people on the internet are impatient. But why? Why? And here's the really important thing in this paper is they showed that people who have slower internet connections have more patience. If you have a 1 gigabit fiber optic connection and you click the button and the video starts instantly, you have no patience for waiting. If you have a dial-up connection and you have to wait 5 minutes for a video to start, you have a lot of patience. You click the button, you wait. So again, the difference is not in the human. They're still both humans. The difference isn't in anything else except expectation. And that's why it's really powerful when you know that it will take 30 years to learn a language. Because your expectations are not, I'm going to be fluent in a month. I'm going to be fluent in 3 months. Your expectations are realistic. And that's why it's so powerful to know how long it will really take. And this is another thing, okay? This is an analysis of customer patience in a bank call center. So, people are calling the bank, and they have the robot. Press 1, press 2 for this, press 3, and maybe some music. The girl from Ipanema. Okay, now here's what they discovered when they analyzed thousands of phone calls. Listen to this. Among them is the non-negligible effect of invested time on a caller's patience when waiting for agent service. So basically, the longer that you wait before you speak to somebody, the more patience you have. Because you have invested that time, right? So if you're waiting 10 minutes, you're not going to hang up because it's like, I've invested that 10 minutes, I don't want to waste that time. It makes sense. And again, if I think about my experience with students, people who've been studying with me for 5 years are not likely to give up quickly. People who come for 2 weeks, they're the ones that are likely to give up, right? Think about that. Now, let's move on to this other study, okay? An examination of patience and well-being. This was published in the Journal of Positive Psychology. And they studied patience by offering people different gift cards. So they could have a $5 gift card now or a $10 gift card in 1 week. Easy way to study patience. Very common way to do it. And the results are not surprising. People want rewards now. But what they did was, and this is really interesting, is they actually trained people to have more patience. How did they do that? Okay, so the first thing they did was they taught them empathy and compassion. For example, listen to this. You are at the cinema watching a movie. The person behind you keeps kicking your chair and chewing popcorn really loudly. What do you do? And so the people say, oh, I hate it when people kick my chair. And they trained them and said, well, listen, think about from the other point of view. Maybe they accidentally kicked the chair. Maybe they don't realize how loud they're chewing popcorn. Be compassionate. Mindset change. Also, they did guided meditation. Listen to this. Third and fourth sessions included loving kindness meditation. Loving kindness meditation involves directing warm and positive emotions towards other people. Mindset change. But here's the one that really affected me a lot. When time has a will of its own, the powerless don't have the will to wait. And it showed that basically rich people have more patience than poor people because poor people see time as a barrier, as an obstacle, because they have less power. And that's why I get upset with the way that the education system works. Language is a democracy. Time is not your enemy. Time is not standing in your way. Time is the vessel in which you travel to your destination of fluency. I'm Christian, this is Canguro English, and I'll see you in class.